Hi, what's up? Hello. My name is Liz and you're watching For Booking Out Loud. So today is a tag video. I was lovingly tagged by Jess the Book Freak to do the Booktube Backstage Tag. And I've seen it a couple times and I absolutely love the idea of this tag. I looked it up and the original tag is by Rainier Books. And of course, both Jess the Book Freak and Rainier Books are going to be linked below. So this tag has 8 questions and let's just get into it. So question 1 is, what camera do you use on your videos? And honestly, I use my phone. You might notice that I don't have my phone in any of my videos, and I would if I could, trust me, but I think my phone does just fine on its own, and I'm gonna keep using it until I don't. So question 2 is, speaking about filming and being your own director, do you have a favorite film director? And I guess I do. I really enjoy, not to be stereotypical or anything, but I really enjoy Quentin Tarantino. If I'm going to be honest, part of the reason why I pick Tarantino is because one of his movies, Inglourious Basterds, was and has been my family Christmas movie for the past, decade since it's come out. The story goes is that my dad got the DVD for Christmas, and instead of watching like Elf, we decided to watch Inglourious Basterds. And every year since, we've watched Inglourious Basterds. I think we've loosened it up a couple of times the past couple of years, and we just have to watch a Quentin Tarantino movie. I think last year we watched The Hateful Eight because it was snowy during that movie, so that's definitely a Christmas movie, right? Right? So yes, Quentin Tarantino is, or at least his movies, contained fond memories for me, even though his movies are very, very violent. Life. Okay, question 3. What microphone do you use and what program do you use to edit on your videos? So I don't use a microphone, I just use the audio that my phone picks up. If you would prefer that I look into a microphone, please comment down below, I guess. Does my sound need to be improved? I would love to know if you have comments on how I film and record my videos. Just saying, I always want to be better. And then the editing software that I use is just iMovie on my computer. It's free, and Apple is very cohesive together. So yeah, iMovie. I'm not that fancy. Oh, so number 4 is, do you remember the first record that you bought or received as a gift? And actually, I think I might have it. I should have been prepared before I did this video. 1 second. Ugh. All right, I'm back. I thought for sure I still owned it, but clearly I can't find it. It's missing. But if I can find a picture, I'll put it right here. The first record I believe I received was when I was very, very young, and it was a CD. And it was Alvin and the Chipmunks sing A Christmas Carol, something like that. I can still remember, I don't know if I'd say fondly, but definitely remember those really high-pitched chipmunk voices singing I'll Be Home for Christmas, I think it is. But yes, that was the first record I ever received. All right, question 5. How do you prepare your videos? Talking points, a detailed script, or just talking? So you might notice me a lot of times in my videos looking down on my screen. And what I usually do for a video is I put down bullet points of the order that I want to talk about things, or even just books with authors' last names and ratings. And I put them down on my computer so I know what I want to hit, but it still sounds, I hope, natural in the video. I don't script my videos, and maybe I should on certain ones, but I do this for fun, and that would take a really long time to script every single video that I film. And then, of course, reading the script I think would make me look down even more. So I read it, because who has time for memorizing a script? I don't, at least. And I was never good at it when I was younger either. All right, number 6. TV shows have become a thing of our time. Game of Thrones, Stranger Things, Netflix, HBO, and Amazon. What is/are your favorite TV shows ever? Name a maximum of 3. All right, so if I go in order of when I watch them, I would have to say my number 1 favorite TV show is Avatar: The Last Airbender. And this is not Legend of Korra. That one is not included into this list. I'm just going to point that out right now. But Avatar: The Last Airbender was a show that I started watching with my brother and my dad. And all throughout my childhood, we just wait for updates. And I even remember watching that last episode of season 3. It was like a 4-episode combination thing. And just really, really enjoying finishing up this whole series with my family. And then, of course, this past year, when quarantine hit and Netflix came out with Avatar: The Last Airbender, you better be sure that I watched that whole thing again multiple times. Just saying. My second favorite show is going to be Firefly. It's a 1-season show of cowboys in space, I guess you could say. And it's just so much fun, and so sad we only have 1 season of it. But honestly, every time that show gets brought up, I have to go and watch the whole series again. So at least I can do that. And then my third show that is my favorite, I blame my brother for this one because I've been avoiding this show forever. And then, of course, quarantine hit once again. And I ended up watching all of the shows. And I will always go back if I'm bored and watch another. All right, so my phone ran out of storage, which actually does happen quite often with my phone. I don't have a lot of storage on it. And that is part of the backstage, I guess. And we're just gonna continue filming from here. I believe I was on my 3rd favorite TV show. And I believe I did a great explanation before this, so just ignore that we're in a completely different place, right in the middle of a question. But my brother basically forced me to watch all of Rick and Morty this past summer, and now it's one of my favorite shows, and I will always go to it if I'm bored. Point blank. All right, question 7. What kind of booktube videos do you prefer to watch and why? Reviews, wrap-ups, vlogs, book hauls, tag videos, or etc. And to be honest, I love watching tag videos, mostly because you get some really interesting recommendations, and you also get to learn a lot about the booktuber themselves, more of their background, more of their preferences, and I really enjoy that. I also really enjoy wrap-ups, mostly because you get an overview of what that booktuber read during the month or year, and you get to maybe even discuss if you've read the same book or get some great recommendations. Book hauls I do enjoy to the extent that I get some great recommendations. I don't get a really full overview of the book during book hauls, but a lot of times I find books that I haven't seen discussed before in book hauls, and that's why I enjoy them. And then, of course, vlogs. I really enjoy seeing a reader go through reading a book and kind of their thoughts while they're going along the journey, plus some good tidbits of their normal life, whether they're hiking, cooking, hanging out with friends, etc. So those are my preferred booktube videos. All right, last question, question 8. Watching TV was probably a big part of all of our childhoods. These years, it has become less popular. What kind of media user are you? So I love YouTube. So I guess I use a lot of internet type media. And I really enjoy streaming channels, Netflix, HBO Max, etc. Mostly because you don't get many commercials with that TV. Although recently, I have to admit, I've watched more news in the past year than I think I've ever watched in my entire life. So I guess on the TV, I watch news stories because for reasons, obvious, world, pandemic type reasons. So I guess I dabble in a little bit of every type of media. Yeah. All right. Finally, 8 props. You can tag up to 8 people. And for this tag video, I'm going to tag 4. I believe you all haven't done the backstage booktuber backstage tag. So if you have, I'd love for you to do it. But if you haven't, that's also okay. I would love to tag couple from a couple books, Amy from A Star Reads, Sunny from Sunny Luca, and finally Beth Ann. So please take a stab at this tag if you want or not. And of course, if you enjoyed this tag, I find it really fun. Feel free to just do it and feel like I've tagged you because I'm tagging everyone now. How about that? I hope this was fun. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up, comment some of your answers down below if you want, and I will see you next time. Bye.